Okay, I think the thing works. Let me plug this up. Let's go. Cause I'm feeling like I'm running. I'm feeling like gotta get away, get away, get away. But I know that I don't, and I won't ever stop. Cause you know I gotta win every day. Oh. Okay. That's like a million years. Let's go.
Good day to you.
The crystals we get from the tail are all but worthless.
Are we had to dig a new cellar?
Ah, Clive. Your timing is exquisite, as always. I have a concern which you may be able to assist me with.
Go on.
There are whisperings afoot of shadowy figures having been sighted outside the village. Rustlings in the undergrowth, suspicious noises. My people fear that they are being watched. It may be no more than a surfeit of nerves, understandable in the current climate, or it may be the prelude to something altogether more dangerous. Given what I hope you'll forgive me calling your nose for trouble, I wondered if you might investigate.
Of course.
Excellent. You might begin by speaking with the good citizens of Lostwing. Listen to their tales, and make what you will of them.
All right. I will. Right. Let's see what the people of the village have to say. I'd better find out if this is just nerves, or something we need to take more seriously.
Good to see you, Sid, as always. Master Quentin's out back.
Outback, you say? Outback.
You alright, Sid? Something on your mind?
There is actually. Can I ask you something? Quentin tells me people have mentioned
Oh, that. I heard the rumours, mind, from the lads work.
All right.
The crystals we get from the tail are all but worthless.
Worthless. Up.
it is, the Black Shields took a hike. Hands or something.
Excuse me.
Nah, not me, Gut. I'm here most days, right next to the gate, and I ain't seen, don't worry, any
All right.
Hit. Up. Hit. Up. Hit. Up.
Do you have a moment? There's talk of suspicious figures in the woods.
No, but I've heard something. Sound of scraping metal, like someone sharpening a sword.
Where was this?
In Lorbert's Pass. Was out foraging for herbs when I heard it. Screeching out from between the trees. Ran back here as quick as my legs would carry me. And I ain't been back since.
I see. I'll look into it. Thank you. See. Lorbert's Pass is our best bet, then. What do you say, Torgal? Shall we go and investigate? You there?
Fuck! He's seen us. Get them before they escape!
So funny. He's like, fuck!
Black Shields.
Why do
Here.
you sound like that?
What the hell are you doing here?
What is it to you?
Not that we give a damn. All that matters to us is that you don't leave here alive. This one. Over here!
Why were they here? Are they planning an attack on Lostwing? I need to warn Quentin.
Clive, how goes the hunt for our sinister figures?
I found some black shields hiding near Lorbert's Pass. They're gone now.
Black Shields. The Empress's former bloodhounds. Though they serve another master now. One who means to root out and destroy both me and those I care for. And it would appear the pack has finally caught the scent of its prey. Damn it all. I had hoped I would have more time than this. More time to prepare. But if we are cornered, we have no choice but to bite back. And bite back we shall.
I'm sorry. You're going to need to explain. Who did the Black Shield serve now? And why would that person want you dead?
Because I want him dead.
Who?
The former Lord Chief Justice of Sanbreque. All that I have built here is for him.
I don't understand. Why him? Why Lostwing?
I suppose it is better that you know the truth. I was a member of the judiciary once. So sickened was I by the injustice of this world, I swore to fight it. And fight it I did, in my own small way. I saw more than a few corrupt officials condemned to the very cells into which they had thrown blameless innocents. Men to whom the law was but a scourge to turn against the powerless. And throughout, it was the Lord Chief Justice who backed me, who was my one true ally in the quest to see justice done.
So what changed?
I discovered that he hunted bearers for sport. I was a fool to think he shared my hatred of venality and vice. His support for me was no more than a facade. A means of ridding himself of his rivals, a mask to hide the rot beneath. I filed suit against him immediately. His response, however, was rather more visceral. He had my entire family slaughtered, and he faced no punishment whatsoever. I lost everything. My loved ones, my livelihood, my position. The faith I had once held that any modicum of justice might be achieved through the courts. So I set about enacting my own. I tracked down every soul who served him, and slit their throats myself. But the man himself proved an altogether more difficult target. With money and power come protection, and so I saw that I would need an army of my own. I came here to Lostwing and began recruiting like-minded individuals.
And everyone here knows this is why you do what you do.
Of course. They too have lost loved ones to the bearer hunts. Seen faultless friends sent to the gallows to spare the guilty. All under the watchful eye of the Lord Chief Justice. Our wounds are the same. And our cause is the same. We are comrades, and our revenge is already in motion. We know where he hides, how numerous and well-trained his guard. What we did not know until now, however, was that his plans may already be in motion too.
Quentin.
Our time is short. He may move against us at any moment, unless we move against him first. My friends and comrades, it begins. Make ready for war.
His serious voice is kind of funny. Make ready for war. Why is it kind of like a bit froggy? It's a bit froggy.
I'm not going to change his mind.
I have to go down along the same path I was just going down along. For my main quest anyways. That's crazy. This is not the right way. Have I gone there before?
Come, my children.
I'm going the wrong FF16. I wake up in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and I get real. Hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. I say, hey, what's going on? And I said, hey. I have to acapella all this because I can't play music. And I really want to over the game. And that's it. What up?
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Of course. I'll be right back. Anybody home?
Mama. Oh, it's one of you guys?
This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go.
You ugly. I forgot his move. Yeah, bitch, love.
Nice try. Too slow. Too slow. Get him.
Ate that.
The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
I feel like that's a miracle.
Indeed.
Hello?
Well,
Did you
don't
think
let
God
us
would
keep
die?
you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
Strength tonic duration. I haven't been using tonics at all. What is those ancient ruin thingies made of anyways? Cause so many things are made of it, but it's like they can't like recreate that. Like what is it made of? Anyways. I think that same thing sometimes when I think about architecture and I think about things that we made like hundreds of years ago. And it's like nothing looks like that now. And it's like, but could we if we wanted to, if we really wanted to? Could we make something like that? Or is that like completely lost? Lost in time.
Don't come up with something soon.
My bad. Yeah, I mean certain things is kind of like I understand to a certain extent about like aesthetic versus like functional like practicality of things. Like certain extent is like for example like what people when they look to like a lot of like cyberpunk not cyberpunk what's the word steampunk inspo and stuff like that, you look like to a lot of like the industrial era, you look kind of very early 20th century um kind of aesthetic. But the thing is uh a lot of how people made like neon signs and all this stuff, it's like it was very much a safety hazard. Like they had to stop doing it because you know the thing that they were making things go glowy with uh was making people sick. So it's like, okay, well, aesthetically, if you want to recreate that, you have to find like an alternative way because, the more, uh, like, I guess the more that we evolve, like in science and all these things, we keep tweaking things in a more modern way. And modern doesn't equal bad or ugly, it just depends how you're doing it. And I just think, like, I think, especially now, I feel like we're also like losing creativity, which is why people keep looking at older stuff and being like, "Wow, that was so cool." Not only because one, you could just like the aesthetic, but two, because of how much time and effort actually went into making these structures. Less because it's actually like something uh, that is like the material itself or whatever is more impressive than something that you could have today, but because of people were innovative, they didn't have like the smarts like we have now, and yet they were still making these things because they just put the time and effort. Now one fire though in a place like this would go kaboom, you know can't just one cannon to this thing and like half of this is completely wrecked. But you know they did what they could do. feel like I said likable. I feel like I didn't really make a clear, like, a pretty sentence around all that, but you got the point. You get the point of what I was saying.
Mid.
I mean, that's me. I really like
Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent.
The intricacies
job well
and the
done.
detail
And
all
just
that stuff
one
is
remaining.
really cool, but
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the
interestingly,
engines
once
going
upon a
pop,
time,
but those things will still
you
be
know,
spitting out
while
enough
those things
fire
are
to set the
actually
rest of the
getting
ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prison for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is.
but the funny thing
Add
is,
any more
what I
weight and the
should
whole
say
ship
is,
would
like,
be at the
during
bottom of the
that
briny
time,
before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've wrapped my brains and I just can't think what to do it.
people looked at that
Well,
modern
if I were
style
in need of obscure knowledge,
and were like,
I know whose counsel
this
I
is
would
ugly.
seek. Hippocrates.
So
Tones.
it's pretty funny thinking about it
Yeah,
like that.
well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him, see what he makes of it?
Right away.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
It's like how people don't like.
I went up to give some greens.
Yeah, and the funny thing is that it's always going to be that. It's always going to be old classics, even when, like, in that time period, it's just gonna change. I mean, there are people who do, you know, go back, but it's like 20 years from now, people are gonna be looking at, you know, early 20, they're gonna be looking at like those dance club, you know, early Lady Gaga, and looking at, you know, early Rihanna and whatnot, and they're gonna be like, oh, you know, classics, because I mean, music ages, and they're gonna be looking at, you know, that era of pop, because we're gonna be in such a different era of pop and everything, because all music genres change over time. They're gonna be like, oh, the classics, even though to some people, I mean, the music is like 10 years old, and for like, it's just such a skewed thing, you know. Modern music is gonna become classic music, and classic music is gonna stay classic music, but then it's, you know, it's relative also to the person that's talking about it. You know.
Is it business or pleasure?
It's quite a silly thing, and honestly, it doesn't really matter. And I feel like it's such a, and the thing for me about it is that the thing for me about the conversation about modern and classic nowadays is that it doesn't matter as much as it might have even 10 years ago, because of the fact is that you can stream like anything now. So it's like you don't have to worry about finding that really old record and, you know, go into your grandparents' like collection and de-dusting things and what. No, because even like those old songs, there's people that have gone through the work for a lot of these musics, if they own it, of like digitalizing it so that's playable for people today. there's still obviously, if there's like more like niche stuff or things that, you know, regionally, Western music just tends to be pretty on top of that compared to other regional areas of like modern, of like making things modern, like adaptively. But I think that's also why I think the thing between classic and not classic is like a weirder line to blur now, because I think what also made sometimes music old versus new was the access of how you could listen to the music. So like if it was music that was only, you know, on cassette, like during a cassette era, or like you know, CD or whatnot. But nowadays with streaming, it's like all those lines are blurred. So even if a music came out, like let's say we're in 2050 and a song came out in 2030, once upon a time, 20 years difference would be like, oh, that's, you know, that's already hitting nostalgia park. That's like older music. That's already hitting like the music's kind of dated. But like with streaming now, I feel like it's kind of like the uh sonically, sure, you might be able to tell a difference, but in terms of access, you're not gonna like feel a difference, because all music that comes out now you have access to. And let's say you still want the feel of physical like physical media, there's still people who, you know, make vinyls and have CD versions of their music and whatnot, if they want to like promote it in that way or whatever. It's just in terms of just having money and stuff for distribution, you know, because, you know, you have to pay to make those physical stuff instead of just having it digital. But yeah, I just think that the way that we're like in our heads and in like memory able to like differentiate eras is like becoming non-existent. Now this might sound crazy right now, but if you think about it, 80s music was classic to us in the 2000s, but now 2000 music is 20 years old, so is it classics now? No, that's exactly what I'm saying though. But I think because of how digitalized a lot of things, like because of, you know, MP3, like being able to have digital media.
Who hurt your mother and father is
I
gone.
think that the way that we perceive
I'm sure
80s music versus the way that even we can perceive 2000 music is very different, even if the same amount of time passes, because of the access we have to the media. So, you know, there's even people in Gen Z who look at 90s, 2000s music and think that it's old. And I think it's more subjective than it being like a generationally unanimous opinion of like it being old music. Because even people like from the 90s could look at 80s music and be like, that's not like classic, but it is like classics. Like you everybody would listen to stuff like Billie Jean or whatever, to Michael Jackson, like listen to that Thriller album and be like, that's classics. Even if obviously in your own perception of growing up or whatever, it wasn't that far behind, but it's like, but that's why I said I think the distinction between it is less about it's about like I think it's more sonic than anything, about just the sound of the music itself. You know, rather than the age of the music. Because there's certain eras that just haven't really been in the forefront since it was big at that time, you know? Like the 90s had a really big grunge push, you know, in like music. So like in the rock scene there was a big, you know, wave of grunge in a certain point. And like sure, there's artists and whatever that still make sound like that, but not really in the same way. And so it kind of dates or like it kind of puts certain music and certain sounds in kind of its like own era. Why are we talking about this? Because I'm playing this game. But I think that's like more how you kind of separate music and separate whatever. And I think that's how some things could be classic versus whatever. I think it really has to do with when you listen to a song and you're like, wow, they don't make music like this anymore. I think when you have music like that, that's already you're hitting, you know, dated music. And that doesn't even have to be a good thing.
Thanks to Sid.
Like it doesn't have to be like, you know, it doesn't have to be like, oh, the song is so good, we should make music like this again. Sometimes it could just be a genuine observation of just, I don't think I hear a sound like this, or people using synths in this way anymore, or like whatever. And when you do hear it nowadays, it becomes a very obvious thing of you're giving homage, or you're trying to recreate or sound like this era. It's not just a modern song that has this kind of sound. It's like, oh, they're incorporating 80s synth or whatever. Like you have these you have these markers and whatever that people already affiliate or associate with eras. And I think different types of modern music are gonna become the same way. Unless, you know, AI music takes over, then it's all just gonna become wishy-washy, mindless brain slop. But I'm talking about real artists, real musicians, you know. You know, obviously.
Hippocrates, do you have a moment?
For you, Clive, always.
Well, actually, it's
But
for
yeah,
me this time.
I think having digital
Could you take a look
media
at
really
this?
changes things. It also makes it so easy for you to also share your music. Like think about like the new generation or whatever. So much opportunity for exposure. For you to hear so many music from such different genres, different eras, different whatever. Like I said, you don't have to worry about having, you know, if you had a copy, or if you, oh, do I still have that player that I could put it on? You know, does the disc still work? You don't even have to worry about that. Just open up YouTube, open up Spotify, open up anything, and you could show your kids, show anybody, just anything. Literally anything. One of my coworkers in the work van was listening to AI music, actual brain rot. It's crazy. And you know what's crazier to me? People not being able to tell. Like, I feel like it's very obvious when it's either A, just heavily auto-tuned, or like heavily processed auto-tuned, whatever fancy word you want to use, or when it's like it's obviously not even a person. Like I'm just like, can you not tell? Yeah, but I mean, I think it's crazier to me when people can't tell. Like people listen to music and they don't know.
Whatever will that
And then,
think of
but then
next?
after they find out, but they're like, but doesn't it sound good?
Notes?
That's always what bugs me about sometimes with the AI usage. There's a bucket of people that, you know, once they become aware it's AI, they're like, you know, like if let's say in that moment, let's say like especially those AI generated videos. This is why I always say, like, I don't like AI, but I'm like sometimes they get me with some of those AI, you know, cat videos. Because I'm like, if bad, why cute? You know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm not going out of my way to look at AI content. And most of this time I do scroll past it. But it's like one of those things, like, especially when we're talking about music, where it's like, okay, maybe benefit of the doubt. You don't know it's AI at first. Then you find out it's AI. And you're just like, but it sounds good though. And you just keep listening to it. I'm like, you're part of the problem. Like, okay, you're not the one making the AI music. But you're like enabling the AI making community. Like, you're enabling these people to keep doing this. Because you're giving them clicks and views and money and stuff.
And the edges.
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search
No,
the
it's
records
painful
for
because
one.
bad.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
Listen, music is subjective. Don't yuck somebody's yum.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
Bro, I should have that dude's name be like sensitive material dude. Like, I should have it be like, I should have it give me a warning before I can read the message.
We have.
Be like, are
But
you sure?
Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelisk complains that without a constant
You should
supply
have a
of
profanity filter.
pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls
said that
with it
dude's
in order to
name.
guard against
I was talking about his
dragonfire.
name. I said his
So
name
if
should
we
have a
could
profanity
recreate it,
filter so I could get a
It
warning
might
before
be
I have to
applied
read
to
that.
some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelisk might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so
Lord.
kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help.
I need to
And some
get
company
actual
too.
progression, so I need
The
to lock
other
in.
can assist me in researching
Instead
how
of just
best to
yapping
prepare the
about
shielding itself.
Unrelated.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
I feel like, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like this mission should have been like a forced side quest or something, I don't know. Or I guess it's okay with a main quest, but I feel like I need like, give me more than one task.
So, Clive, have you made your decision? Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
Jill, obviously. Jill, come with me.
Very well. So then, what do we need to find?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list Here.
White chocobo eggs. Pepio nuts. Are you sure this list is right? Everything on here seems very edible.
Oh, like
I would
they
have
should
thought
have
the
popped out.
ingredients would
Like,
be a little
okay.
more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited, effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Is that so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway. I'll set out now. Join me there when you're ready.
I will. Until then.
You two enjoy yourselves.
You too, Talia.
It's cold. And I'm kind of feeling a bit peckish. And a snack or something. Oh, yeah. I don't think I've had this picture before.
Now, where's Jill?
It do be, but because I'm obviously streaming and stuff, my room is a little cooler than I would like it to be right now, just to make sure that everything stays at a nice
Keep them pilchards nice and
cool
chilled.
temperature.
Are those Pepio nuts?
Spickled.
You can have it. Oh,
How goes the hunt for ingredients?
I've only just started. I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stalls, though. Why don't we split up and see? We'll take a couple of ingredients each.
All right. What am I looking for?
How about you look for the Pepio nuts and some garlic? I'll find the other things we need. We can meet by the gate when we're finished.
Up! You'll not find a bruised pippin in... Fresh cuts! Come and get them before they're gone.
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine. I hope it's to your liking.
What do you want?
I'm buying off of you,
Take
bro.
it.
Be nice.
That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
You should not be the one marketing. Jeez. I want to buy off of you with that attitude.
Did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Garlic and Pepio nuts. Perfect. Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this into what Mid needs to keep her engine cool. But before we head back, would you walk with me a while?
Oh. Wow, look at that. Look at that trees.
Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children. Do you remember? Walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells.
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. Wouldn't catch
See,
you now,
conversations
would
like
we,
this
boy?
though don't give like lovers
Was there anything you
reminiscing.
wanted
This
to buy for
gives
yourself while we're here?
like
There
cousins.
was, yes.
This gives like
Well,
family.
sort of. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would. Thank you.
And I saw some bread. Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... oh,
You all right?
sorry. It's just... you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you.
Wow. That's sweet.
Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
Oh, enjoy what?
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive.
Okay, this might sound like a crazy thing to say. You know what I thought of seeing that? I was like, their situations give me like doomed Yuri, but obviously it's not Yuri, but like the vibe.
Well, I suppose we better be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates and Talia. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
I'm praying for your sanity? What is that supposed to mean? Is that your relationship failing? Yeah, sometimes though they don't even end up together. It's like one of those things of like, sometimes it's just like queer baiting. But a lot of the times it's either really angsty or one of them dies. Or both of them die. But usually only one of them dies. Because nobody wants to see them be happy, you know what I mean? Nobody wants to see that. Idiots always die. Wow, that's crazy. I love how you have such interesting timing of how you choose to respond.
How's work on the shielding progressing, Harpocrates?
Well, very well indeed.
But yeah,
and thanks in no small part
kinda
to your kind
gives me that
assistance.
vibe.
I was just explaining to Talia
That's
how
like
we
the
might best go
closest
about
thing that I
preparing
could
the
relate
moondew.
to me seeing
And now
like a happy, like a romantic, not romantic even, but like that's like the closest connection I could see to like the type of like romantic arc they have. Because otherwise, they're just giving two bros in my eyes. But they're not bros, but because I think there's obviously attraction there, but I just don't see them getting
we have
together.
all the ingredients.
Hence doomed.
We may begin.
You can count on me.
I don't
I've
see
mixed
it.
more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course. Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice just being with you.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moondew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Hippocrates. Well, I'd better go and give Mid the good news then. Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid, but you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat, a coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
You know, when I got into the smithing game,
I'm really confused about her outfit. Like, I keep looking at her outfit.
Thermal bleeding didgeridoo.
And is she wearing boots so high
displacement
that it ends right where her shorts end? Or is she like wearing pants with high boots?
Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way!
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
I'm trying to take a look at her outfit. There's something about her pants.
It's finished! It's finally finished!
They don't look that secure.
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
She's trying to get this ship on the road?
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build? Yeah. He said it was some sort of chimney stack. Must be quite a fireplace.
Damn, your mark looking real thick and ugly. And why is your mouth still moving if you're not talking? I don't think they expected me to stand here this long just to watch these people conjuring spells. Look at this kid. She looked like she's literally, like... Anyways. Bye-bye.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Really? That's a ship. Let's sail it around the lake.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown, searching for a land untouched by the Blight, just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want her to be that. I don't want her to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right.
I'm really
I'll let Otto
disturbed
know you're
about her
coming.
collar scarf thingy
Meet us in
going
the
on.
mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
It's like instead of it just being a cloak or whatever, it's just the collar part.
Is that the thing Tomes helped?
Wait, there's a side quest. I'm evil, bye bye.
He cracked the crystal too? You're joking.
Whoa! I got mad stuff to read. Homecoming. I apologize for what happened at Rosalith. I fear what might have been had not you, Gav, and Torgal fought so fiercely. Once again, you were there when I needed you most, and for that I shall forever be grateful. Seeing the city I had once come to know as my home reduced to flames and rubble has left me with much sadness in my heart. But the time for looking back is beyond us. We must focus on the here and the now. Our memories will be waiting for us when this is all through. Jill. Yeah. Sid the Second, I trust you will forgive me for putting you and your dear uncle to the test. I am confident that a man of your position could understand the importance of earning one's trust, especially in times like these. For what it is worth, you now have earned mine, and I can assure you it shall not easily be relinquished. May this be the start of a fruitful relationship. Okay. I was thumbing through the hideaway ledgers at Otto's behest, and might have come across something that might need your attention, maybe, and by that I mean immediately. You know where I'll be.
Trouble with the ledgers. Shouldn't he be asking Otto for help?
I'm gonna activate all the quests right now. Clive, something ain't right with that hound of yours. When it pleases your lordship, come pay me a visit at the toll.
What could be wrong with Torgor? He seemed well enough when I last saw him.
Cheers for your help dragging Blacknorm out of the dumps the other day. Think thing is, I reckon he's gone and thrown himself back in. Judging by the droop of his jaws lately. But I'm thinking, maybe it weren't just the leather that was on his mind. Maybe there's other demons jabbing their pitchforks into his privates. What? I know you're a busy bloke, but next time you find yourself free, maybe we could go and ask the old guy what's got him so hot and bothered, assuming it ain't just the forge.
Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case.
And then I'm gonna go accept the last quest before I start any of them.
He cracked the crystal too? You're joking.
I went up to give some greens to the chocolate.
Wish I could take one of our.
Oh my god, mad side quests to do. And I'm walking into things.
Well. Here, Sid. Reckon you might be just the man.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's a lovely bit of kit, it is. Bunging a solution you want split. Problem is, it won't always get rid of all the impurities. And which is why I've been looking for something to filter the liquid we'll be cooking off.
I imagine Ty could get some use out of this alembic too. Distilling medicines and the like. All right. Why not?
Proper job!
So what exactly do you need for this filter?
Nothing but bomb ash'll do. Gave you a sample she'd obtained from you. Pour the blackest blight water through it. So, I did a bit of and do you know what I found out? It's only the blimmin' bones of a bomb king. They leave them behind.
I take it that's where I come...
I saw a billet on that. Would have gone myself, but, well...
All right.
Thank you kindly.
Wait, if it's bounty related, there's a chance I might have done it, no?
Is that the thing Tomes helped?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Oh, it just got added just for this. Okay. It's in Sambreki. A croc. Okay.
Clive.
That's why I'm here.
Shh. Oh, don't make me... A little. Listen. And eat. Sadly, that I can straighten it out. I swear I'm gonna need help.
Be late.
There you are.
So let me get this straight. And instead of coming, you get Clive to come, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to... Well,
Oh, just Martha.
we owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each. They lent us the bulk of the money we used to...
Those lodgers will...
Do we have that much to hand?
No, we don't. And after the king's ransom we had off him, besides, we'll need to learn to stand on...
All right. Is there anything I can do?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking the...
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Little something Sid and I set aside, and I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more...
I'm sure they will.
But you know how it is with this place.
I know.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Well...
Don't worry.
Really? Do you think so?
No.
No. I don't.
Even I knew that. Where's Martha? Oh. Martha's in her place, yeah. Well, you have to go to the crook and the sack with the cook, but yeah, yeah. I have to go to him getting me, but yeah. So I could kill that bomb king. The bomb king. I finally stop lurking and go now. Alright, adios. Have a good evening.
Clive, we weren't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting to be here, but it seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts. And though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were hoping you'd take this as payment.
A star ruby? I can't accept this. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again.
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the hideaway's still standing.
Same as always, eh? Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, word is he was the first one Sid reached out to. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never get off the ground. Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, but Otto's always been the backbone. And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it. That Otto would just give up.
His death was hard on everyone. But it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Sid's replacement, and rallied the rest around you. I reckon what he saw in Sid, he saw in you too. And don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither.
What?
That, and you keep good company.
I suppose I do.
Twice as handsome as Sid is crazy. But I guess W compliment?
Slavers don't even bother with Northridge.
There's talk that the glass gates.
Did you hear? The gates to heaven.
I want to see you again. It's all right.
What am I going to do without Sweetwater and Isle of Talc?
Milady, I come bearing gifts.
Gifts? Whatever is the occasion. Oh my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Otto asked me to give it to you. To settle the Hideaway's debt with the Veil. And to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive. I thought you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing, nor does the Hideaway. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching, isn't it? Very well. Otto is lucky to have you, Clive. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the Hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Otto had a son.
Long ago, yes. Sid told me Otto lost him when he was just a boy, and blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done, but it was clear that it weighed heavily on him.
I didn't know.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm beginning to see that. Go will want to know the stones were delivered.
It is quite an interesting thing. The ones that don't seek the comfort and it's kind of like the ones that keep the most to themselves are the ones that usually have people.
Goat. Still alive, I see. So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
Ah, about that.
To support them.
I tried my best.
Then the ones that are
She was just too
on the
stubborn to
rooftop
take
screaming
it.
from the top of their lungs.
She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever. Let me see what I can do.
Oh, wonderful. I hope you have better luck than I did.
Happy bye.
They told me she was building a ship.
Why is that song coming out of my mouth every time I open it?
Lady Karen, Goat tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you like me hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the Hideaway's coffers, but those were donations, and you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
Of course not.
True.
But one good turn deserves another. And our circumstances have changed. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you? Fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not. Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much. Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
I hear you ended up delivering all 3 stones. Thanks to this lump. I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
Speaking of which, I still haven't been paid last month's wages.
Oh, so you remember what's owed to you then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square. Right away.
I've seen that before.
You have, yeah. Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Sid ever used, either out of habit, or because the filthy sod couldn't be bothered to find a clean one.
I knew so little about him.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him.
I bet they do.
How long did you know Sid before he...
Before he died? 20 summers, give or take. Back in the day, I was a purser on a trade ship, which is where I met him. He bought passage to... I forget where. And having nothing better to do on the long nights, we set up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that. On account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Sid stayed close. Promising we'd one
That's
day
a
sail
crazy
the
way to
seas
say you got
again.
somebody pregnant. That's crazy.
That was before fate stepped in and said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day, and there was no hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family have...
My family were the ones who summoned the constable, wanted the monster taken away. I couldn't turn my back on him. Forget what I felt, and I couldn't for the life of me understand how they could. Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me when I had no tears left of my own. Him who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again. And he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone. Just like that. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth.
Wow, what a partnership.
He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
Hmm? What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. And I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather go at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Is that the thing Tomes...
That was a nice side quest. It was nice to see moments like that though makes me feel like I wish that we saw more of Sid while he was still alive. Cause I feel like it would make his absence felt a lot more. Like this is like I don't think that this parallel is like the best, but I feel like we spent the entirety of like the prologue in like Act 1 of Claire Obscure with Gustav, that it's like the kind of like you already, that character built on you. I feel like Sid was here and we saw him, but he was so secondary still to Clive's look at Clive's story, that it's like he was here and then he wasn't, and it's like, yeah, he was badass, but like we didn't really have a lot of time for him to like grow on us. Hell, we have more time with Jill, and Jill's barely here because every time she's next to Clive, she's just there. Like, I kind of wish that they like even like she had her moment obviously in this whole thing leading up to like when she went to that dude and she's like avenging the guy, he like kind of fighting her own demons, and she had her thing. That was a great mission. But that was like the most like personality we've seen from Jill. I kind of hate that, you know, even though Clive's the main character, everybody just becomes 2D the moment they're next to Clive. Yeah, but I think that that was an intentional choice in a writing perspective to make him, to give him his own perspective because you knew he was exiting. Because they could have easily made Mael the main character from the jump. But they chose to make her secondary first and made you follow him because they wanted you to invest in his character so that the impact of when he left would have been felt. Clive, like, I'm not saying that they should have not made Clive the main character the whole time, but I feel like, just in all honesty, it doesn't make the impact of other characters felt as strongly when things happen to them, because everything is still about Clive. And the thing is that, yeah, Clive, like, you know, he joined sides with citizens, whatever. But it's like this relationship and all this that Otto had and, like, that we see. It's nice having these little anecdotes because it helps us shape, you know, who this person actually was. Because the reality of it is, like Clive said, Clive barely knew this guy. So us as an audience, if we don't hear these anecdotes of who this person was through going through the side quests and through talking to other people, you would really not know much about who he is. And I feel like for Sid to be a character that keeps getting brought up and obviously plays a big role in like the hideaway and the mission and all this stuff, I feel like he should have had more importance into how they wrote him into the game and how he, you know, the kind of role that he played. I just feel like they did Sid dirty. Because if he's clearly such an important character to all these people's lives and to, you know, this little life quest that Clive is on, we should be able to have known who this guy is. What's the name of the place I'm looking for? It's like the cloak or something. Final Fantasy 16.5, a Sid story. I'm just saying, you know, sometimes what they do is that they have like flashback, like certain games sometimes when they want to give characters some whatever, they have like flashback, like in this way the side quest, it gave a little, it kind of is like the anecdote is, you know, going back before, you know, Clive meets him and all that, and even, and, you know, it's nice. And it does help, you know, give a little more like understanding to his character and to his whatever. But yeah, I just wish, honestly, like I said, like when I started this, I just wish that Sid had more time when he was alive so we could actually like see his impact as a person, so that when he obviously, you know, passed, that impact could be felt stronger than what it actually was. And I think that it would add more emotion and add more importance to what is happening, what the journey and stuff that Clive is on. I don't think I have the place discovered, the place I'm looking for.
Help to build.
That's just my take. The croc, yeah, it is the croc. Where the hell is a place called the Croc? Is it this area over here? This is the only area. There's an area over here, but this area is not filled on the map either. So I'm just gonna look through that area and see if it's there, cause I don't know where it is. The Croc.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
Oh, I forgot they're like going to war and whatever. I was like, what did I just load into? It was like, are you okay? Quintana? Let me add a marker so I can stop looking around like a lunatic. I'm still doing that. Anyways. No, that's... I love the fact that it just auto-delete bots messages.
I know you're all afraid, but now it's not.
Bots be gone. I'm gonna save real quick just in case. I do like my social part because if I don't want to fight you. Oh, why is there another one of you bitches that just came down? This one. Oh, I'm grossed out. That's not what I'm looking for. And it just connects back. other path is there? There's this path over here, Imperial Chase area. So I guess I'll have to just go that way. I don't know where else to look.
Let's go. Run like the wind.
Is this the crook? The croc is right there! The croc is right there! Okay.
Straight home now.
God, man. I'm gonna save here. I don't like that's an open area. But it's like empty right now. I don't know how I feel about that. Oh look, it has one of the look at that old ruin vibes. Look, the bomb is just in the center. I like this arena. Aesthetically, I like this arena. What up, broski?
What we have here. Greetings, Your Majesty.
Assisted finish? I got assisted finish? I was beating his ass, and all my dog does is slash him one time. Let him get up, bro. Oh, for real though, that bomb was not getting up. That bomb.
Your reign is over. Now to collect the ash. This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more. That should do it. The wine needs more than this.
All right there, Sid?
All right there.
How's that hunt for the bomb ash going?
I have it here.
That's the stuff. And plenty of it, too. Enough to keep the alembic bubbling away for a good old while. You're a gent, Sid. Let nothing say otherwise. Right then, let's get this contraption up and running. There we have it.
A fireplace?
Telemon alembic. And it works just like the chief said it would.
Very impressive.
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder. Speaking of which, I still haven't returned the favor.
You sound a little crazy, bro.
No need. The good it will do for the hideaway is reward enough.
Don't be silly. Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours? The one you keep your potions in. Reckon I could work some magic on that.
What kind of magic?
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the alembic that I reckon will make even the toughest leather supple as anything. Thought we might use it to breathe new life into old boots and the like. Save the hideaway a few gil. But I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag, it'll loosen it up enough for you to squeeze in a bottle or two more.
Well, it can't hurt to try, I suppose.
That's the spirit. Leave it with me. I'll only be a mo. Well, what do you reckon?
It certainly feels more flexible.
Right? Told you.
Thank you. I think.
No. Thank you for supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavors. Without you, we'd never have been able to discover wonders like that stuff I rubbed on your bag. And I'm telling you, there's plenty more where that came from.
What the fuck? You have obtained a treated potion satchel, hereby increasing capacity for carrying consumables. 4 to 6, 3 to 4, 2 to 3, 2 to 3. Woohoo! I'm scared. It was like, like what?
Wish I could take another.
Bro came out of lurk just to send the stupidest thing.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. August was worried about you, that you might still be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, he's got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well, Karen showed me something. Something I've never seen before.
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me. The edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realized he'd been cut.
So that's what's troubling you?
Nah. Not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking, how do you get an edge that sharp? It's driving me mad.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome. And we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about this sword.
The gloss on his eyes just looks so weird.
I got your note. You think something's wrong with Torgal?
So you can read. Congratulations. But I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He's not been eating me treats. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he won't so much as look at them. Didn't like him. Which is why I'm of a mind that his mind's on something else. You've not been working him too hard, have you?
No harder than usual. Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want? Out with it.
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn. Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Running around after him again, are you?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections. Which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where is it now?
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Dalmekian bloke. Collects weapons and the like. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left him.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh. And he's a touch eccentric. If you take my meaning.
I appreciate the warning. Lawsman, I need to ask you about Torgal. Something's not right with him.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite, which is certainly a new development. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she might be right, though not about his appetite. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within, and I see no reason why a frostwolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgal, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain, it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient. Frostwolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients. As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria have been known to grow to a size more than double that of their lesser cousins.
I don't recall ever seeing any that large.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands for fear of predators. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida, and that was long before the village was abandoned.
Even so, it seems like a good place to start.
Good hunting, Clive.
Let's get this show on the road. Let's get it started. Let's get it started. I'm hungry. Okay. I love how you just.
Yeah!
Yeah!
Well, it's certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place.
I'm about to kill the people. I'm just trying to live. Cause I gotta
we'll
feed
find
my
one
dog.
bigger than that. You hungry, Torgal?
Oh, he hungry.
Over here!
Now... will it be enough, I wonder? I say that answers my question. Which means we owe the lawsman our thanks. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy. You do know you can take that with you, Torgal. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite back. Come on, boy. After it.
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere. Take him for a walk, did you?
You could say that.
So, Molly's leftovers weren't good enough, eh? That'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup. All right, no need to shout. Now we know what you're after, I can see about getting some in.
Speaking of which, I brought one for later. Can I leave it with you?
I brought 1 and I brought 5.
You can, eh? I'm nice like that. In
You just got a
return,
soft
you can
spot for
find
that
Tomes
dog.
for me. The bloody know-it-all.
I was just on my way to see him.
Ah, Clive. Were you able to locate your quarry?
We were indeed, lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right direction. And Torgal's been a very happy hound ever since.
Very good, very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way, for your part in solving the mystery.
Ah. But that reminds me. After your last visit, I found myself pondering Torgal's talents. Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in Torgal's transformation?
About how she somehow woke the power within him.
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought, but one which raised certain questions in my mind. You see, the Fenrir of legend served Shiva and Shiva alone, and while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you described Torgal as having used.
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one icon's power. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Cid. In short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been diverse and plenty, and that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgal.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed to be able to count him amongst our allies and not our adversaries.
Oh, he's more than an ally. He's a friend.
Interesting.
People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
He's gone. The whole Mother Christmas.
My reputation will be ruined! Ruined!
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you, before you do yourself a mischief.
Pardon the intrusion, but...
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced.
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord Ignac. Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? Oh, no. That's just how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left him somewhat fractious. He has been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin. Coin the innkeeper will soon be keen to collect.
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword. It was purchased from a merchant friend of mine.
Ah, you know Lady Karen? Yes, I'm afraid it was.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage. But I have one condition.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is within my power to grant.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes should be enough. Then I'll be on my way.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse. Of course, you shall have your audience.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves went.
I did not, no. Though some discreet inquiries made on his lordship's behalf mean that I know where you might find them. The bandit's bed. Every ill-gotten coin in Dalamil is said to pass through that disreputable corner of the Valcroy.
And that's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence.
That will be very...
Farewell.
Come on.
Faster!
Be safe.
We've got company! Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off! This one. Go to it. Over here. Go to it. Over here. Go to it. This one. Six. Go to it. Attack. Go to it.
Or I just put in a circle, just like attack, circle, attack. I'm so stupid.
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right. Let's get it back to Dalamil.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effects. What shall I call you, my good man?
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern. All right, speak.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged sword you recently acquired.
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword. It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond the Twins, and is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school of swordsmanship. They believe no combat should ever exceed a single strike, and hone their blades to such perfection that none ever does. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. They crack upon a second blow. There's a brutal sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine question. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then 10,000 more. But it is the final stone which lends the blade its legendary sharpness. A mineral quite foreign to this great realm of ours. And that is the key. The secret ingredient.
Cut to the chase.
Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to services rendered. Take this, together with my regards. The very stone of which I spoke, far rarer among collectors than even the blade itself, and a far more fitting payment.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship. However, it is long past time we prepared ourselves to depart.
So it is. I am locked in bitter competition with a rival collector of curiosities. I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous scoundrel, but he is hard at my heels.
And there are many other collectors out there.
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis.
Oh, that's so funny.
Lord Byron Rosfield, and is a perennial thorn in my side.
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern. May our paths cross again. Radim, we mustn't dawdle.
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wyvern. Thank you again for your assistance. Coming, my lordship. I'll be right there.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now, let's see what Blackthorn makes of this whetstone, shall we? Sorry for the wait. But hopefully you'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about that sword then?
I did better than that.
A whetstone?
Yes. But not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the Curse Breakers an edge?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade that rattled me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the Curse Breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece. Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard-wearing, for that matter. Just imagine it. Good Valisthian steel with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy, nah. I'll make something much better.
I'm sure the Curse Breakers will be delighted. Just don't push yourself too hard.
Don't you worry about me, sunshine. I've been working day and night since I was half your age, and I'll still be here when you're long gone. Hey, thanks, Clive. I mean it. I owe you one, August too. It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
He'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it. You come and find me when you've got the materials.
All right. I will.
What's up? Excalibur.
What do you need? What do you want?
That's probably. I can make it right now. Gulp. How much of an increase is it? Wait. Can I compare?
Not bad, if I do say so myself. And?
That's a very clean weapon.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
told me she was building a ship.
All right, Clive. Asterix. We'd finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that? In those words?
She did, yes.
Clive? Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her. Obolus, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry at all, are you? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste. And you're here now.
Thank you, Obolus.
Don't mention it.
What tidings, Uncle?
My dear boy, my journey to Canberra has been a resounding success. The friend I mentioned not only agreed to share the contents of his strong box with us, but his considerable knowledge of the goings on in the free cities, by which I learned of the endeavors of a certain young friend of yours. Though I for one believe Miss Telemon's project to be quite the valiant enterprise, I doubt the Canverian authorities will take kindly to unauthorized use of their dockyards, no matter how deserted. And if rumor has already reached my friend, it may not be long before the guild masters are rapping at our door. Which is why I pen you this note. I would like to borrow your man Gav for a moon or two, that he might keep a watch on those who might mean our little fellowship ill, and warn us of any impeding attack. I trust that you will give this proposal your full consideration. Your loving uncle.
Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in, all that bollocks. Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. All right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least.
Sid's legacy.
Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. But if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Kuka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The blight marches on. And soon, there will be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's Tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you. But we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go? With them? Oh, thanks, Nan!
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot! There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklab markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav?
Already on my way, Captain.
Be careful.
Aren't I always?
I don't know.
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
No, the screenshot. The next time I come here, I gotta remember, I need the screenshot. I gotta remember. Onward. Onward.
How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks to Taya.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. Didn't you, boy?
Okay, don't exaggerate now. It's not like I take that many screenshots. But, I am gonna end here. I've taken less than 50 screenshots from this game.